Okay, let's just wait for it to show up. We are live, I believe. Sorry if you caught the false start there. Turns out my microphone wasn't actually plugged into anything, so no sound. Right, I'm just going to send a tweet to say that we are live, in case anybody wants to watch live. Right, bear with me 1 second. Okay. Right, so this is episode 6, I believe, of rebuilding WaniKani with Tailwind CSS. Just talk you over where we are. It's been a couple of weeks since the last stream. We've built the navbar section, we've built the search bar, we've built the review status bar, and we've built this lovely coloured area here, which I can't remember the name of. So the next section is this progression section, which consists of this grey area here. These are bars which show how far you are along the current level, which unfortunately you can't see anything because I'm at the start of level 16. So, but normally they'd be filled up with this. This would be the lighter blue, and this would be a pink is what it is. Just took a moment to remember that. Yeah. So the purple you got, just to explain for anyone who's not sort of following along episode by episode, there are 3 types of item that you can learn in WaniKani. There's radicals, kanji, and vocab. And in order to progress from one level to the next, you have to have like successfully learned to a certain extent, certain percentage of radicals and kanji from that level. Vocab you can continue learning whenever and don't count towards being able to progress to the next level. So as you can see, I'm on the start of level 16, but that shouldn't help us. That shouldn't hinder us from building anything here. Right, so okay, first thing I need to actually do is get set up. I did not have anything open, and it's been a while since I last worked on this, so let's open up Sublime Text. I'm just actually going to double check that I even committed my last set of changes. No, I did not. And what was the section that we saved last time? Ooh. Sublime Text updates happening in the background there. Right, so yeah, progression. The progression section was what we worked on last time, or the first half of the progression section. So let's just commit that as. Right, well that's committed and pushed. So if you would like to check it out on GitHub, you can do. Alright, So I think the first thing we need to do is get this grey box in. Which, if we start off by sampling what the grey is, I'm hoping it's no, it's not going to be one we've already got. What am I talking about? We've got lots of greys going on here, but we won't already have this. I'm sure of it. Alright, so the background colour is D5, D5, D5. Alright, let's have a look at what the situation is with that. Oh, we do have it. Wow. Okay. Which one's that? That is grey light. Okay. Right. It's not really going to be much to see because we don't have any content. So let's just paste this in here. We know more or less what it's going to be. Okay, so first mistake I've made is not making this a container. Over here. Right, and we need to get the border radius on there as well. So I'm just going to double check what I did with random BR. Okay, so if I think if we just add the rounded class, that should do it. That'll make it the same as these, which it appears to. Cool. So next thing I want to do is get this little bit of margin at the top. Right, so 3 pixels. So that's actually smaller than any of the margins we've got at the moment. Yeah, so margin 1 is 0.25 rem, which is basically 4 pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 4 pixels, which for the sake of the pixel, I think I'm just going to stick that on the top. Right, fantastic. So let's style this first bit of text. So they're H3s. I'll make them H3s as well. Right, and what is going on here in terms of like font size? Alright, so it's 18 pixels with a line height of 20, font weight 400, color 555. So sorry about that. So I believe that 18 pixels is like our, okay, so it's our large font that corresponds to 18 pixels. So that's text large, isn't it? I'll stick normal on there to make it not. Oh, to be fair, it's not bold anyway. Right, okay, so that's the right font size more or less. Although we don't want this flex because there's nothing that needs to be aligned horizontally. Okay. Tell you what we do want next actually is to get the padding inside. So this has There's padding of 15 pixels on the top and the bottom, and 30 on the left and right. So, right. So first off, we'll stick PY4. We'll give it 16 on the top and bottom. Yep. And PX8, we'll give it 32. Is there anything? Well, dumb maths to do. Okay, so I'm going to give it this. I'm going to give it PX. I think for the sake of making one double the other, I'm going to give it, which is what they had going on. I'm going to make it the PX8. Okay, so that's that, and let's get the font color. Color is 555. What colors have we got? Have we got that one in? Grey darker tool. Is there any other? I'm gonna put it directly on the H3s for now, but we might move it. So the next thing, that's the colour's in there, but it's also got a little bit of shadow. So where is this shadow? So text shadow, 0, 1 pixel, 0, white. Right, do we have that? Well, no, actually that's not the text shadows. So we don't have anything that sets up text shadows. So main CSS. That's the wrong main CSS. Okay, so now I remember. So we do have this set up. This is text shadow 1. Okay, that's looking better. Okay, so we've got those in place. They do need a bit of margin on the top and bottom, but I'm going to leave that for the moment. I'm going to do this progress bar now, I think. So how does that, okay. So it's literally just a div with another div inside it, and then eventually a span with some text. Right, so first thing I want to note is, right, so C8, C8, C8 is the color. No, we don't have that one. Alright, that's another grey, so So I'm going to call this one grey 2 because it's closer to the regular grey than it is to anything else we have. So background grey 2, and so this is 20 pixels high. So height, okay, so 20 pixels would be like 1.25 rem. Yes, it will be. So if I add this 5 to the heights, I think I probably have to start. Yeah, I need to run npm watch. Alright, so let's see what that gets us. Any moment now. npm run watch. Well, that has compiled, but it's still not getting us anything. So let's see what's actually going on here. Right, so I haven't given it a height. Yeah, I haven't given it a height. What am I talking about? I did not give it a class. H5. Okay, there we go. Right. So there's also a little bit of a shadow going on inside of here. Progress. Radius. Right, let's copy this shadow and go into Tailwind JS. Right, so where does it... Alright, so what should I call this one? Right, so we've got one called progression, but should we call it progress bar? Yes, I think we shall. Okay. So I want to get an example of the actual filled progress bar in place. So let's see what happens if I say width 50% on here. Okay. Well, that's the wrong blue, but the general concept is working. Right, so we have linear gradient bottom. Do I have this gradient already? It might be the one we've used before. No, we don't. Right, so let's copy. No, we don't need to copy all of these. Blue light 2, let's call it. To bottom. So this uses the hex codes rather than RGB. I can't remember why. I don't even know that I necessarily knew why the other ones used RGB actually, but that's an interesting choice. Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. And apply it to our dashboard. I have not renamed this 2 yet. Right. There we go. Got slight overlap going on, but the idea is working. So, and then the next thing is to do, let's see what color we've got for the pink on this one. Make it 30%. Okay, and close that, go to the dashboard and move our first bar, make a copy of it and move it down here. And we should have a pink bar, and we do. Okay, right. I want to just get this spaced out a bit more. So, what do we have here? So, line height 20. Where is our margin? So I think, okay, so margin 10 pixels. Is that right? 10 pixels 0, yeah, okay. So, MY. Let's try it with MY2. That's only 8. I don't think that's enough. Let's move it up to 3. Okay, that'll do for now, I think. Alright, so we've got this, this line across here separating them. I'm going to start off by just sticking an HR tag in there. See what it looks like by default. It looks like nothing by default. What have we got here then? So we've got a margin top and we've got a margin bottom. Okay. No, we've got a border top and we've got a border top and bottom. Interesting. Can't remember whether border Y will get us a border on the top and bottom, but no, it doesn't. We've got to be explicit. So border B, border T. So that does get us a border, but it doesn't get us a border color. This is not what we want, but there we go. So we've got a 2 pixel border. We need to make the colors stand out from one another. Alright, so let's get this grey right first. Let's say that that's the primary border color. So BBB, we've got a new grey, I think. Yes, we do. How many greys will we have used by the end of this project? Okay, so that's that. And then we want to make the bottom border white. Just double check whether that is, yeah, that's just the standard white. No, that's, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm fairly certain it is though. Yeah. So I think we added some border color helpers of our own anyway. So border, yeah, border L white. So let's create a border B white. Right, I think the next thing that we need to do is sort out this margin. So 20 pixels, so MY5, so that will give us 1.25 rem, which will get us to 20 pixels. Or it would do, it should do, why is it not? Is this not block? No, that's not working. Why is that not working? Did I not define margin 5 margin? No, I did not. We did so for padding, I believe, but not for margin. Alright, so I can probably just remove block from this. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Alright. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is add the little numbers underneath. That'll show how many items are in each section. Where do they live? Okay, so it's literally just underneath here. Right. There's not really a whole lot of markup going on with that. I am going to just see what I can do. So if I literally just have two numbers and float one of them to the right, that does almost everything we want. Right, so the only thing remaining is like text formatting. Okay, so color is 999. Do we have that grey? The eternal question, do we have that grey? Sorry. Someone chasing the dog in the background. Hello? Got interrupted by my dog. Sorry, she's with me. Right, I'm just going to pause a second whilst I deal with this.